here to speak about an opportunity that Young Bafana is going to present to some of our players at the academy. We are offering two of our players an opportunity to go train with one of our partner clubs, a professional club in France. And we've identified a 16 and a 17-year-old boy from our junior ranks. And if the visas get approved, which is very complicated, then we'll be sending two boys to train with Clermont in France at the end of this month, beginning of October. So the selection process was actually quite easy. We thought it would be very hard because we had to first we had to decide, okay, what age group? And that decision was made for us by Clermont, which is the professional club in France. They said they wanted kids aged between 16 and 18, not younger. So then we checked who has a passport. And the sad reality is we only had 3 boys in that age category in our entire club that had passports. So because time was of an essence, we obviously had to take 2 of those 3. And then we took the 2 boys that have been with us the longest. And now we've submitted the visa paperwork and are just hoping for a successful application, which is never guaranteed because, you know, as well as I do with this African passport, traveling to Europe on such short notice with the Rugby World Cup being there is extremely tough. So we're really crossing all fingers and thumbs and toes that both boys get their visas approved. What the kids can do and what I've seen has already happened is that we now have younger kids at our under 12 and 14 age groups that have obviously caught wind and are aware of the fact that we have 2 older boys going to France and they've applied for their passports. So now we have younger kids who have passports. So if the same opportunity presents itself for them in the future, at least they'll have their passports. And once you have a passport, half of the job of the visa application is done. So I guess that's step 1. And this has shown the younger generation why it's so important to have your passport and later as a South African to have an ID as well.
However, on the other side, the opportunity presented to these young boys has the possibilities of leaving a positive impact on the team and the community.
How does it reflect on the neighborhood? Because I read a book once called Outliers, and it spoke about Kenyan runners and Russian female tennis players. And if a person from a certain area or village makes it to the top in their profession, how it inspires the next generation because they see that somebody who's come from their community has made it to a successful professional career, whether it's in sport or business. And it gives that next generation a sense of belief. So for us, it's massive, not only for the 2 boys that are hopefully going to France to train with the professional club's academy, but for the community and the younger generation of kids at Young Bafana and in Lwandle and Umzamo in Strand to see that this could be for them in the next 2, 3, 4 years if they work hard and stay disciplined. Not only is it the 2 boys going themselves and whether or not they stay that side, which is not actually the goal. It's about the experience, you know, but if they're good enough and they perform, of course, there's an opportunity for them to go back when they're 18 and they finished matric to go play and start a career in Europe. And the effect and the positive social impacts on the rest of the community, I guess, is that obviously if you make it as a professional footballer, you can give back in ways and means that you might not have been able to had you not made it as a professional athlete. So it's endless, the amounts of opportunities for the players and the community. But I think the underlying or most important fact in this equation is the sense of belief that goes out to the next generation who see that this is possible. And Young Bafana's made it possible for the boys, and then hoping that those kids will aspire to achieve the same one day.